Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Jaya Gurudev. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilidam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stavidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakada Mahyam Dadadi Swapadamdigam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Udavadagamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavam Sam Shri Rupam Sagarjadam Sagana Raghunathanvidam tam sajivam Sadvaidam Savadudam Parijana Saidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Garda Shri Shaganvidam Sa He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagalpade Govesha Goviga Kanda Radha Kanda Namaste Taptaganjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanasure Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhescha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swamini Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gauravakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna. So welcome back to Bhagavad Gita study class. We are on to second chapter, contents of the Gita summarized, and today's verses are
57, 58, 59.
Yes, 57, 58 and 59. So we'll read 57 first. Ya sarvatra anabhisnehas tatat prapya shubha shubham nabhinandadi nadveshti tasya prajna pradishtida. Ya sarvatra anabhisnehas tatat prapya shubha shubham nabhinandadi nadveshti tasya prajna pradishtida. Ya sarvatra anabhisnehas tatat prapya shubha shubham nabhinandadi nadveshti tasya prajna pradishtida. Renu Mataji, Netuka Mataji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yes, Sarvatra Sarvatranavi Snehas Prapya Shubham Nabhinandati Nadveshti Dasya Prajna Pratishtita. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Chandra.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. यह सर्वत्र न तत्तत् प्राप्य शुभाशुभं नाभिनन्दाति नाद्वेष्टि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठितः.
Okay, right.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Renumaji can read the translation.
He who is without attachment, who does not rejoice when he obtains good, nor lament when he obtains evil, is firmly fixed in perfect knowledge. Hare Krishna.
Right, Hare Krishna. Right, verse 58. Yada samharade chayam kurmanangani va sarvasha indriyani indriyarthebhyas tasya prajna pradishtida. Yada samharade chayam kurmongani va sarvasha indriyani indriyarthebhyas tasya prajna pradishtida. Yada samharade chayam kurmongani va sarvasham indriyani indriyartebhyas tasya prajna pradishtita. Yes. Renu Mataji.
Yada samharate chayam kurmonya navid sarvasha indriyani indriyatebhyas tasya prajna pratishtita. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Right. Chandra.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
यदा संहरते छायं कूर्मो अंगानि सर्वसः इंद्रियाणीन्द्रियार्थेभ्यः तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता.
Hare
Hare Krishna
Right.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Ramya Maji, you can read.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. यदा संहरते चायं कूर्मो अंगानि व सर्वशा इंद्रियाणि इंद्रियार्थेभ्यः तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु.
Hare Krishna. Ball. Right. Snigdha Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु.
Hare Krishna
ओम
Mataji.
नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. जदा संहरते चायं कुर्मांगानि सर्वशः इंद्रियाणि इंद्रियार्थेभ्यस्तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता.
Okay. Right. Geeta Sundar Mataji, you are there. If you want, you can read the verse. Seems she's not there. Okay. Remy Mataji, you can read the translation.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. One who is able to withdraw his senses from sense objects as the tortoise draws his limbs within the shell is to be understood as truly situated in knowledge. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, right. Verse 59. Vishaya vinivartande niraharasya dehinam rasavarjyam dasopyasya param drishtva nivartade. Vishaya vinivartande niraharasya dehinam rasavarjyam dasopyasya param drishtva nivartade. Vishaya vinivartande niraharasya dehinam rasavarjyam dasopyasya param drishtva nivartade. Right, Renu Mataji?
niraharasya dehinam dasavartam param drishtva nivartate.
Can you read it? Which is the verse you are reading?
59.
59. Okay. Param Drishta Nivartate. Right. Right. Okay, Chandra.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
विषया विनिवर्तन्ते निराहारस्य देहिनः रसवर्जं रसोऽप्यस्य परं दृष्ट्वा निवर्तते.
Right.
Hare
Snigdha Hare Krishna. Snigdha Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु
Krishna.
विषया विनिवर्तन्ते निराहारस्य देहिनः रसवर्ज्य रसोऽपि यस्य परं दृष्ट्वा निवर्तते. हरे कृष्ण
Right.
प्रभु.
Hare Krishna. Chandra. Sorry. Ramya Maji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
विषया विनिवर्तन्ते निराहारस्य देहिनः रसवर्जं रसोऽप्यस्य परं दृष्ट्वा निवर्तते.
Right.
Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. Okay, Chandra, you can read the translation.
Okay, Prabhu. The embodied soul may be restricted from sense enjoyment. Thought the taste for sense objects remains, but ceasing such engagement by experiencing a higher taste, he is fixed in consciousness. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Right. So Krishna here is explaining the symptoms of a Siddha Prajna. Siddha Prajna means one who is very steady. Steadfast, you can say a person who is very steadfast, who is fixed in his consciousness, who does not fluctuate. What are his symptoms? That is, first question is, what are his symptoms? How does he speak? Second question. Third question, how does he sit? Which means, how does he sit? Which actually means, how does he control his senses? How does he control his senses? Then how does he walk? Which means, how does he engage his senses? So, controlling the senses and engaging the senses. These are two different aspects. We'll come to it later. So, these are the questions put forth by Arjuna, as he wanted to know actually what are symptoms of Siddha Prajna. So, Krishna answers one by one all the questions. And the first question, what are his symptoms? Krishna explains in verse 55, Prajahadi yada kaman savan parthan manogadan atmanyevatmana tushta tasya prajna pratishtida. Person who derives immense joy from self, realizing the self, understanding that all those desires, material desires, is only mental concoction. We've been concocting. We think that this belongs to this actual real happiness and real sorrow, but actually there is no such thing as a real happiness and real sorrow in the material world, because everything is temporary. So there is no question of reality. But somehow we are so much attached to our body, we identify ourselves with the body. We think that desires are our own. So our own desires and what we are, the trauma that we are undergoing is our sorrow only. But the person who is advancing in Krishna consciousness, who understands that we are not this body, we understand these are only very temporary things, flimsy things. It has no connection with the soul. It's totally disconnected with soul. The soul also got desires. What is a desire of soul? Chandra? Enjoy. How enjoy? Eating ice cream?
With sense organs.
Yes. So that means Atma is eating sense organ, ice cream with sense organs and enjoying ice cream.
Yes.
The soul. The soul.
Yes,
Soul is interested in taking ice cream. Soul is interested in taking nice food from the restaurant. And Saul is interested in watching TV films, going to movie theaters, going to beach, going to picnic spots, and enjoy, isn't it?
Yes,
Is it?
Prabhu.
Yes, you're sure? It's wonderful. You're very intelligent student for last 2 years, and you feel still that this is a way the soul enjoys. What is soul actually?
Ma'am, Prabhu Paramatma.
Yeah, soul is a part of Krishna only, isn't it?
Yes, Prabhu.
So the so-called pleasures which you are eating ice cream, going to movies, has it got any connection with Krishna?
No, Prabhu.
Then how the soul can enjoy? Soul cannot enjoy anything without having any connection with Krishna. There should be always Krishna is there should be always. Without Krishna, he cannot enjoy. So these are the enjoyment of the body at the bodily platform. How does the soul enjoy then? Soul enjoys by associating with Krishna and his devotees. Associating with Krishna and his devotees. Associating with Krishna means serving Krishna. Isn't it?
Yes, Prabhu.
Why you made a mistake? Why do you have under the impression that Saul is interested in having all those ice creams, going to movies and all that? Few days you are.
So who is having material desires, Prabhu?
Yeah, that's a question.
The
Is the soul having a material desires? Soul, when misidentifies itself as a body, then it has material desires. Soul, under the influence of the prakriti or the external energy, when it is under this influence of matter, when he considers himself as a matter, or simply saying that when the soul thinks that I am the body, then soul has got these types of desires.
Okay.
But this is only at a mental level only. These desires are all related to either senses or matter. Material senses and material body and material mind.
Okay.
But the soul, which is pure, has no connection with matter. That doesn't have this. He doesn't have this kind of desires. Desire is always there.
Okay.
Why you have desire? Because there is life. As long as life is there, there is always a desire.
Okay, Prabhu.
And life, soul is life only. From soul only comes life. Matter doesn't have any life. But when soul is there, then matter also becomes enlivened. But the matter influences soul in such a way that he thinks that the material desires are his own. But actually, it is not so. Because already is only binding. Got it? So he has desires, but is that Atmanye Vatmana Tushta Siddha Prajna Sarne, where it derives pleasure from self, understanding that we are a part of Krishna and the servant of Krishna, and engaging in such actions which is conducive to this relationship. Then he enjoys. So you can also live in like last class we have been explaining. We can also live in a very palatial house. You can have everything, but in the center hall, the center hall, there should be a temple for Krishna. As long as you are keeping Krishna at the center of your house, you can live in that palace as a servant of Krishna. No problem. So next verse, 56 verse, Krishna answers the second question. How does he speak? Dukeshu anudignamna sugeshu vidagaspraha vidaragabaya krodas chedri muniruchade. When it is under very suffering, threefold miseries. Which are the threefold miseries?
Threefold miseries.
Forgotten everything, isn't it?
Prabhu, Adhidevik, Adhyatmik, and Adhibhautik.
Yes, Adhyatmik, Adhibhautik, and Adhidevik. What did you say? Same thing?
Adhyatmik.
Yes,
Adhidevik.
yes, Adhidevik and Adhibhautik. Yes. So, misery is connected, which is arising in your body and mind. It happens. Sometimes one day your body is not doing well. Sometimes your mind is also not doing well. So when Srila Prabhupada, the devotees ask, Srila Prabhupada says, okay, you're right. Every day it won't be same. Because your body is temporary and the matter is also temporary. Every day you will not have the same kind of feeling in the body as well as mind also. My body may be fit one day, next day without any reason, it will not be fit. Same way, sometimes the mind will be elated, sometimes it will be depressed. So a devotee actually does not care for this. Okay, body acts in its own way, mind also acts in its own way, but he ignores this. Ignores in the sense that, of course, it doesn't mean that ignoring if any serious symptoms of disease there, you are not ignoring the body. But when what you can say, it is not too bothered, they're not too preoccupied, or completely what you can say, becomes totally focused on body pains and as the state of mind. No. As long as some kind of general uneasiness is there and of body and mind, the devotee will not care too much. Then there is another misery called Adhibhautik, which is coming from other living entities like snake, tigers, mosquitoes, tsunamis, coronavirus. All those are Adhibhautik. And the third one is Adhidevik, which is natural calamities. When a devotee is suffering, somebody asks, oh, Chandra, I heard that you're having high fever. What happened? Are you okay? Then what will you say? Then what will you say, Chandra? Somebody asks you, Chandra, you're not feeling very well. Okay, you're feeling depressed because you didn't get high marks in the class and the exam. So you're feeling very depressed.
And I have exam also.
Yeah, you have exam also. Sometimes, suppose you're not, body is not very fitting well. It has some problem. Somebody asks you, you're suffering on account of the body. What will you tell him? He can see that you are suffering. Then he'll ask you, okay, Chandra, you seems like you're suffering a lot. Then what will you say?
Prabhu, because the season.
Eh?
Because the season.
What? Because of season, I am
Because
not
of
well.
season. Because of season. Okay, you'll say because of season I'm not well. But how do you really speak it? You tell, okay, Chandra, I feel I'm very sorry. Okay, and he knows that you are this is a connected to season or that. And then actually what he's asking, how do you feel now? You're suffering. We can see that you are suffering. But actually, what do you feel? How do you feel?
I feel okay.
And you feel okay. And what the devotee will say, okay, I'm fine, no problem, because Krishna is protecting me. I got only this much. Actually, I could have been much worse also. I could have much worse. Suppose while you go into school, you just fall down, bruised your knees and had some blood coming out or that. But sometimes you will say, okay, fall been much harder, I would have broken my legs. But because Krishna saved me, I didn't break any legs, only some bruises in my skin. That's all. Isn't it? You say that no, because of Krishna's mercy, I escaped with minor injuries.
Yes.
I could have been very complicated, could have been compound fracture, something like that. But Krishna protected me. I'm very happy.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
That's a devotee always said that. Devotee, even if he having some problems, he'll say that because of my past karma, actually, I could have suffered more. I deserve more. And when you're very happy, when you have so many facilities offered to you, People coming, giving you so many gifts, giving very good dress. Then what will you say?
Because of Krishna.
Because they like me. They say, okay, they like me a lot. That's why they give me. You say that they like me a lot, so they give me all these gifts.
Because of Krishna, they like me.
Because of Krishna, they like me.
Yes, Krishna. Because Krishna, actually, I don't deserve this actually, but Krishna has given me some sanctions, and because of his Krishna's mercy, I'm getting all those facilities. That's how he will speak. He will speak. Somebody asks him, he will speak like this way only. Then Vidaraga Bhaya Krodha Siddhi Muninuchade. Vidaraga Bhaya Krodha. Raga Bhaya Krodha. Raga means attachment. Bhaya means,
Fear,
and Krodha means,
anger. Bita, Prabhuji, Bita means you are free or what?
Vida means free. Vida Raga Bhaya Krodha. He is free from this Raga,
Bhaya and Krodha.
Bhaya and Krodha.
Okay.
Somebody comes and threatens you that he is going to take away this all of possessions you have. You got a very nice car. Somebody come and tell that I am going to take away your car. Suppose you have a toy cycle is a bicycle is a Chandra. Some boy, very naughty boy, comes and takes it out. What will you say him? He breaks it. He rides a cycle and breaks the cycle.
What is the question, Prabhu?
Because you have a bicycle. Suppose you have a bicycle. A naughty boy who is staying next door, your neighbor, he comes and rides your bicycle and breaks the bicycle. What are you telling? Will you be angry with him?
First angry.
I will ask you
Why do you did this?
Yes, why you naughty boy? Why do you do this to me? Because I am a small girl, you dare to do this to me. I am very, very small. I am very unprotected little girl. Because you are taking advantage of this, you are going to break my cycle. How bad? You are a bad boy. All those things you tell, no? Because you are angry. A Krishna conscious child will say, okay, because of my karma, this happened. Actually, he is only cause. The person has become cause only. This boy has acted as a cause because of he has broken it right, but because he has acted as a cause only, he has a tool only. And that's the reason why my bicycle broke down. You will not be angry. You will not be angry with the boy. But for that, you have to be very advanced in Krishna consciousness. These are symptoms of a Sthita Prajna. What you have spoken is correct. At our level, you feel very angry. We'll scold that boy. Sometimes you slap that boy also. Sometimes, isn't it? But a person who is very advanced in Krishna consciousness, who is the Sthita Prajna, who is self-realized, then he will know that because of this has come to me. And these possessions is not mine, it's only temporary things. He will speak that way only. That is why he is very controlled. And now in our verses, today's verses, Krishna says, yes, sarvatra anabhisnehas tata prapya shubhashubham. Suppose in your college, in your class, in your office, you have a lot of relation, lot of friends are there, I mean associates are there, workers are, co-workers are there, colleagues are there. Sometimes you have a good affection with some person, and sometimes you don't like some person. That happens. Whether you are in school, whether you are in college. Has it happened to you, Signa Mataji?
Yes.
You like working with some person, but you don't like working with some other person, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, you're frank. What about Renu Mataji, Renuka Mataji? You are in your career, did you experience that?
Yes, everybody has experienced this.
Right. So you tend to develop some affection for some likeness for some persons. You become Okay, so not very comfortable with others. Sometimes you really don't like some person. So these are things because of our likes and dislikes. Because these actually our likes and dislikes are based on our gunas only. That similarly, that person has also some gunas. He's under Rajogun, Tamogun, all those things, and we are also under. So actually, it's a interaction between gunas only. Actually, it's not a interaction between person to person. You are having some gunas. That person was having some gunas. He does some action, then you respond accordingly, and then sometimes there is sometimes some friction, sometimes there is a cordiality. Actually, that's how relationships are flourishing, or relationships are and what do you call destroying, getting distracted. But a Krishna conscious person, he doesn't have that much attachment. He's not attached to any person, nor does he hate any person also. He doesn't have any revulsion. He doesn't have any attachment. He's neutral. He's equal to everyone. Sarvatra anabhisneha. Anabhisneha means without any particular affection. He's not very affectionate towards any particular person, but he has a general compassion for everyone. He has a general compassion for everyone, including all the living entities, not only human beings, all the living entities. In 12th chapter, while speaking about again qualities of a bhakta, Krishna says, Adveshta sarva bhudanam maitraha karuna evacha. Adveshta means non-envious. He doesn't envy anyone. A bhakta, a devotee who is in Krishna consciousness, he is not at all envious of anyone. He is always very friendly. He is compassionate, full of mercy. These other qualities. So here says Sabatra Anabhisnaya. It doesn't have any particular affection on anybody, but is generally compassionate everyone. Tata prapya shubhashubam. Shubhasham. When he receives something good, or when he receives something bad, suppose somebody honors you. So teacher says, Chandra, you have done very nicely. You are a very nice girl. You have got a good behavior. Everyone likes you. Very nice. Some of your friends also tell me, Chandra, you are a very nice girl, very sweet girl. You are very helpful to me, and that. Will you be happy? Then you like that person, no? The person who has praised you.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes. Oh, such a nice girl. Thank you so much. Here, take a sweet. Okay, my mother has given me 2 sweets. You take 1 sweet. Isn't it? You'll give 1 sweet. Suppose that some other girl comes and tells you, you're such a naughty. Chandra, I don't like you at all. You don't come for play and all that. When you come to play, you're always making fighting and all that. I don't want to fight with you. I don't want to play with you. Suppose somebody says that to you, how do you respond then? I also don't like you. You go away, isn't it?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, it happens quite naturally. Something, somebody gives you good gift. You like that. Somebody gives you some insult, then you don't like that. So this is called Shubha Ashubham. Shubha means auspicious, Ashubha means inauspicious. But at Krishna consciousness person, whether auspicious or inauspicious doesn't matter for him. He doesn't curse that person who has bought inauspicious news or inauspicious item to him, or he doesn't praise anyone who has given you a good turn. So from that, we can understand that this person is well established. From this onwards, actually 57 words onwards, how does he control his senses? He's controlling his senses, no? His sense of speech. He doesn't shout at somebody. He doesn't get angry. He unnecessarily, he doesn't praise anyone. So his senses are very much under his control. How it is controlled? It is compared to a tortoise. Next was Yada Samhare Chayam Kurmongani va Sarvasha Indriyani Indriyathebhyas Tasya Prajna Padishtida. Tortoise has got a special ability. It can withdraw its limbs into its shell when it is required. And when it is required, it can take out the limbs out of its shell. This is a special ability of Achindya. Every living entity, any but so many you can refer like species, you can see some wonderful phenomena. This type of phenomena, which Krishna gives these facilities to these living entities. So tortoise can withdraw its limbs as well as take it out also whenever necessary. Same way, the devotee, he can withdraw his senses. Withdraw his senses from what? From
Enjoyment.
From sense organ.
from enjoyment. Yeah. Enjoyment given in the form of what? Sense objects, isn't it? Sense objects gives pleasure to senses. Senses are always after sense object. So which are the senses? Which are the senses?
Five sense organs: eye, nose, ear, skin, and tongue.
Yes. Yes. These are basically called knowledge gathering senses. Technically, it's called Jnanendriya. Jnanendriya means knowledge gathering senses. That is ears, eyes, nose, tongue, and touch, skin. So what is related to ears? What is related to ears? Ear is senses, and the object of for this ears is what?
Hearing.
Sound. Yeah. Ear hears, but hear what? It hears what? Ears hear what? Sound, isn't it? Sound. So for the ear, the sense called ear, the sense object is called sound. For the eyes,
Objects for vision. Objects are there.
objects means how do you perceive this? What you see actually? Object is there, but how you understand that is this object? Suppose a table is there, a chair is there. How do you distinguish between chair and table and many other objects or persons also?
By seeing this.
Yes, by a seeing what? Seeing the form, F-O-R-M, form. So sound, eyes are sense object is called form, isn't it? Rupa, in Sanskrit is called Rupa, Shabda, Rupa. Rupa means form. You getting? Are you getting it now?
Yes, Prabhuji, yes.
Right. So what is related to nose then?
Gandha.
Yes, Gandha. It's called smell. And then tongue?
Ruchi.
Yes, Ruchi. Ruchi is called Rasa, taste. Rasa, in Sanskrit is called Rasa, or English is called taste. And then what is related to skin? Sanskrit is called Sparsha, touch, Sparsha, touch. So, Shabda, Rupa, Gandha, Rasa, Sparsha. These are the sense objects for the senses. So, Indriyani, Indriyartebhyas, when the senses are going behind these sense objects, trying to enjoy the sense objects, then the enjoyment takes place. But sometimes for enjoyment, you need some action also. For that action, there is another group of senses called, which is technically called Karmendriya, action senses.
Yes.
Isn't it? Which are these senses?
Two hands, two
Yes.
hands, legs, and
sound, voice, or throat against voice, and then excretionary, through which you excrete excretory organs. See, these are two excretion organs. So when you pass urine and stool and all that, these are called excretion organs. And then you have the voice, and then you have two hands and two legs. Suppose you like the flower, you can see the flower, but it's at a big distance away. So how can we really enjoy that? You have to go to a flower, to garden. That means you have to use your legs. Then pluck the flower. You have use your hands also, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
So there's a relationship between the Jnanendriya and Karmendriya. Jnanendriya gathers knowledge and creates some taste for that, and pleasure for that, and conceive some pleasure. To really execute that, you need this Karmendriya. So this is a combination of the senses, and the basic idea is to enjoy the sense objects. I want to listen to some music. Okay. Some what do you call bash music, rocky music,
Prabhuji,
music.
Prabhuji, 24 are there, no? Pancha Gyanendriya, Pancha Karmendriya, and 5 object of senses,
Yeah.
and
Actually, then there is 15. Then you have this 5 gurus, the Mahabhudas. There is 5 type of gross body made of elements.
Yes.
That is Agasha, that is sky.
Yes.
Bhumira Ponla Vaya. So that is why it's called, which is called Panchabhuta.
5 great elements.
The 5 great elements. Panchabhuta is there. Then 11 senses are there, including mind is 11. So 11 plus 5, 15. Sorry, 16 plus 5 sense objects, that is 16. Sorry, 21. And then
21.
mind, intelligence,
ego,
false ego, and then that's it, 24.
Yes, Prabhuji, yes.
Of course, mind is already mentioned. It is gunas, avyakta. In 13th verse, it's called avyakta. 13th verse of 6th verse of 13th chapter. The 6th verse of 13th chapter defines all those 24 elements.
Yes, Prabhu.
So it is given avyakta means group gunas. That 3 gunas put together, it's called one element. So verse 6 you can find Mahabhudani ahangaro buddhir avyaktam evacha indriyani dashaikam cha panchachendriya gochara. Mahabhudani ahankara. Mahabhudani 5, ahangara 6, buddhi 7, avyakta means guna 8, then 11 senses 19, then 5 sense objects. But here we are talking only about senses only. 5 plus 5, 10. And sense objects, 15. So a person who is in Krishna consciousness can always withdraw his senses from sense objects. He doesn't want to hear this rubbish song. He doesn't want to see this nice forms which entices you. Then doesn't want to enjoy by smelling and all that. He can always withdraw his senses from sense objects, exactly like a turtle. That's the comparison between turtle. He can always withdraw his senses. But at the same time, advanced devotees actually how do you engage his senses means sound. For sound you can say kirtans, Hare Krishna kirtans you can enjoy. That's transcendental. Krishna's forms, Krishna's stories. So that is controlling, engaging the senses. This aspect is only controlling your senses. First, you have to control your senses. Because a sadhaka, beginner in Krishna consciousness, or beginner in spiritual activities, he is not very advanced. He's not very advanced like Yamanacharya and all that. So for him, control is necessary. So for that, you have this so many yama, niyama. In Ashtanga Yoga, you have yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. 8 items. The first one is yama, niyama means controlling. Shama, sometimes it is called shama and dama. Shama means control of mind. Dama means control of senses. Yama, niyama means rules and regulations, which helps you to control rules and regulations. Yama and niyama means rules and regulations, do's and don'ts. So many do's and don'ts are there for the beginners. For the in the sign in the Vedas, the scriptures give you so many do's and don'ts. But how long you can exist with do's and don'ts? It's like a very, suffocating feeling, isn't it? It creates you so much anxiety. All the time you have to be very, very careful that you cannot do this. You have to do this only. Is it possible for you to do it over a sustained period of time?
No, Prabhuji.
Sometimes
So
you can have.
Yes, but it is
Some-
difficult.
Very difficult. But this kind of control is compared to a sick person. Suppose sick person, he likes some very nice sweets, but because he's sick, the doctor advises him not to take sweets. At that time, he doesn't take sweet, isn't it? He restricts himself from taking sweets. For him, the object is destroyed. Like object means he doesn't look that side, means for him the object is destroyed. That gulab jam or palda pradhan, whatever it is, jalebi, whatever it is, he is not looking at that jalebi. Same way the person is in beginning Krishna consciousness or beginning, he will be restricting, he will not be associating with this kind of sweets and all those sense gratification things, exactly like a sick man. But for a sick man, the difference is that although he may not be looking at the object and all that, but the taste for him remains. He may not be eating now. He may not be eating jalebi or he may not be eating gulab jam, but the taste for that will be lingering in his mind. The taste is not destroyed. Taste remains. But at the advanced Krishna conscious person, the taste is also destroyed. How? By developing a superior taste. That is what is called param drishtanivartate. Verse 59 says, Vishaya vinivartande, Vishaya vinivartande niraharasate. By abstaining from these senses or withdrawing the senses from sense objects, okay, you are abstaining. But rasavarjam rasopyasya. But if you really want to get rid of the taste also, because taste will sometimes create problem for you later. So you have to get rid of the taste for that sense subjects also by developing a superior taste. That's the only way you can really control control senses. Because even if you don't eat, the taste will be there. And if you really don't want to get rid of the taste altogether, you can get to the only by developing a superior taste. Then what is a superior taste? That what you call I hope that in future, when I continue with my this devotion service, tomorrow I will realize myself. I get a self-realization that I am part of Krishna. Then I can enjoy the bliss of associating with Krishna. That kind of taste which you are developing in your mind, that taste can take care of this lesser taste, inferior taste. This is param drishta means superior taste. What the taste, the kind of taste which we are having at present with regard to sense objects is an inferior taste. It's a material taste. But when a person is very confident under training of his spiritual master, he is progressing very nicely in Krishna consciousness. He gets convinced, totally convinced that very soon I'll get this bliss of a spiritual realization. I'll really realize myself and spiritual bliss will be there. Some light is here and all that, which indicates that I'm going the right track because I'm following the instructions of my spiritual master. I'm rendering devotional service. So tomorrow, definitely, I'll be able to realize myself. That kind of taste is a superior taste. That only can take care of this inferior taste. That's how we really control the senses. For that, you have to surrender to Krishna, which will be explained in verse number 60 and 61. It is easier to say that, superior taste is deep, because mind is very tough. But when you surrender to Krishna, then it can easily happen. That is explained in verse 60 and 61, which we will take next class. Okay. Any questions? Hare Krishna. Did you understand, Chandra?
Yes, Prabhu.
Was it very fast for you towards the end? Could you follow?
Bit fast, Prabhu.
Eh?
Bit fast.
Bit fast. Okay. Can listen to. The idea is, last one is that how do you really control the senses? How really control? You can abstain, okay. By using your willpower, you can abstain. But unless you develop a superior taste, suppose you like some particular sweet, laddu you like. Somebody tells you, you cannot take laddu, but because if you take laddu, you'll become fat. Yeah. So you don't want to take laddu. But the taste for laddu is there. So how do you overcome the taste? Somebody tells you there is another sweet called palada. Palada is very sweet. If you take palada, there is no question of getting fat and all that. So you started taking palada. You like the sweet of palada. Palada is much sweeter than laddu. So you forget the taste of laddu. Otherwise, the taste of laddu is always be in your mind. As long as it is in the mind, it will create problem for you, isn't it? Why I cannot take that? Why I cannot take that? If I get an opportunity, I'll take again. This kind of things, thoughts will come to you. But suppose you have developed a taste for palada, then the taste for laddu will be banished. Got it?
Yes, Prabhu.
Right. So you can render that kirtan. Narasimha kirtan can do. Start kirtan. What happened?
Namaste Narasimhaya Prahladaine Hiranyakashipo Vakshaha Shilatanganakalaya Ito Narasimha Parato Narasimha Yato Yami Tato Narasimha Bahe Narasimha Vitaye Narasimha Narasimha Matim Sharanam Prabhate Savagara Kamalavare Naka Albuda Shankar Lelita Hiranyakashipo Tanublanka Keshavadrita Narari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narahari Jaya Narahari Jaya Narahari Jaya Narahari Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Sai Gaura Hari Bol
Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol Sai Gaura Hari Bol 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 Ugram Veera Mahavishnu Jalanam Sarvadokam Narasimham Vishtam Bhadram Jamrutam Namamyam Ugram Veera Mahavishnu Jalanam Sarvadokam Narasimham Vishtam Bhadram Jamrutam Namamyam Shri Narasimha Jai Narasimha Jai Jai Shri Narasimha Praladesha Jaya Padma Shri Narasimha, Jai
Jai
Narasimha,
Narasimha, Jai Jai Shri Narasimha, Praladesha, Jai Parama, शुद्ध भक्ति विघ्नना शिकारी श्री नरसिंह देव भगवान की
Jai.
विष्णु भक्ति श्रेष्ठ पड़ा महाराज की
Jai.
Jai.
गो प्रेमानंदे
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च नंदगुड़ी वैष्णव की जय
Jai.
श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय
Jai.
गो प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल
Hari